Recently, North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un ordered his military, the arms industry, and the nuclear weapons sector to accelerate preparations for war against the United States. This move by Kim is a response to what he calls unprecedented confrontational actions by the United States. Kim issued this directive in a New Year's policy speech at a meeting of the Workers' Party of Korea on December 27, 2023. Previously, in September 2023, a meeting occurred between Kim Jong-un and Vladimir Putin discussing a new arms agreement between North Korea and Russia. Both countries indeed have a mutual need and maintain a cordial relationship. Russia, after months of warfare in Ukraine, is in dire need of new ammunition and bullets. Meanwhile, North Korea, which has been under international sanctions for years due to its nuclear weapons program, requires substantial funding to restart its nuclear program. Russia is likely to offer technology transfers to North Korea's defense industry or some form of economic and energy assistance. Among the agreements, Russia also promised to aid North Korea's nascent space program. According to U.S. intelligence from their negotiations, it is rumored that North Korea will send about 10 million rounds of 122 mm and 155 mm caliber ammunition to Russia. This is quite feasible given that the modern North Korean army possesses a large number of artillery systems, both towed and self-propelled. Among the weapons being shipped is the modern and powerful MLRS, the KN-09, which is said to outperform the HIMARS. Sources say that the shipment of these advanced military assets is scheduled to begin in October. If this deal indeed takes place, experts warn that the weapons sent from North Korea could significantly alter the course of Putin's brutal invasion of Ukraine. The question arises, just how formidable is the KN-09? The KN-09, emerging from North Korea's extensive military development, stands as a formidable 300 mm rocket artillery system. This sophisticated weaponry showcases a dual launch configuration, comprised of 8 rockets neatly arranged in 2 pods, each housing 4 launch tubes. The detailed specifications regarding its dimensions and weight remain shrouded in secrecy and not disclosed to the public eye. In the realm of military technology, the KN-09 is speculated to have drawn inspiration from existing 300 mm MRL systems resembling Russia's BM-30 Smerch, China's WS-1B, or potentially Syria's M-302. These models are renowned for their emulation of American designs, particularly in terms of precision targeting capabilities, with a reach paralleling or even surpassing South Korea's Chunmoo arsenal. North Korea's KN-09 represents the pinnacle of their dual rocket launcher technology, a testament to their advancing military prowess. Transporting this formidable weapon is a Sinotruk Ho truck, originally crafted for civilian use in China, but ingeniously adapted for military applications. The true extent of the KN-09's capabilities remains largely enigmatic, veiled in a mixture of secrecy and conflicting reports from government and media sources. South Korea's military intelligence, however, has estimated that the KN-09's 300 mm rocket can strike targets between 112 to 124 miles away, delivering a substantial 190 kilograms warhead. This makes the KN-09 the Korean People's Army's longest-reaching rocket in its arsenal. Strategically, the reach of the KN-09 extends to cover half of South Korea, including strategic locations like the Gyeongdae military complex in South Chungcheong province. It also poses a significant threat to key U.S. military installations, such as the Pyeongtaek Air Base. From a testing perspective, the KN-09's journey from conception to reality has been marked by several notable milestones. Since 2013, there have been 7 reported test launches. The inaugural test in 2013 involved a launch into the Sea of Japan, followed by 4 additional tests in 2014. The year 2015 was particularly momentous for the KN-09, as it made its official debut during a grand military parade in Pyongyang, proudly displayed as a symbol of North Korea's growing military might. In 2016, it was reported that North Korea achieved a launch distance of 124 miles with an altitude of 31 miles. By 2022, the United States National Air and Space Intelligence Center reported that the KN-09 had entered service with North Korea and was under further development. Among all the test trials, it is claimed that the KN-09's range is nearly double that of the 300mm MLR systems used by China and Russia, such as the A-100 and BM-30 Smerch, both of which have a maximum firing range of about 75 miles. However, the exact means by which North Korea developed this long-range 300mm rocket remains unclear, and some analysts question the truth of the claimed range of the KN-09 system. Let's re-emphasize the scenario. If the weapons deal between North Korea and Russia materializes, would it impact the conflict situation in Ukraine? Undoubtedly, it would. In the Ukrainian conflict, mass artillery plays a unique role, or perhaps we might even call it the king of the battlefield. Artillery rockets are less complex than ballistic missiles, more reliable, cheaper, and easier to produce. These types of rockets are also difficult to counter as they are launched in large numbers, and air defense systems are generally not designed to intercept artillery rockets. When used effectively, artillery can decimate enemy defenses and provide opportunities to capture enemy territory. True, North Korea's offerings are not high-tech weapons, but they would significantly boost Russia's capabilities in the short term. The reason is this: in the war, Russia has already expended a vast amount of ammunition. Russia fired between 10 and 11 million rounds last year alone. Additionally, North Korea has a large stockpile of artillery shells and rockets compatible with Soviet-era weapons. North Korea's arsenal could help replenish Russia's depleted ammunition supplies, providing a crucial boost in the ongoing conflict. But there's a major concern. What is it? All the information available about the KN-09 or any weapons possessed by North Korea comes from Western sources or its neighbor, South Korea, not from North Korea itself. Even the designation KN-09E isn't the weapon's actual name, and there's a lack of clear data about this weapon. This means it's tough to predict the KN-09's capabilities and how to counter it on the battlefield. Thus, the KN-09 is considered to have the potential to change the dynamics of the war in Ukraine. It's possible that the KN-09 could indeed alter the state of the war, but there's a catch. Many military experts doubt the quality of North Korean weapons, including the KN-09. Reports suggest that the failure rate of North Korean-made weapons exceeds acceptable limits. This could be extremely hazardous if employed by Russian forces, potentially endangering civilians. Hence, there are ongoing calls for North Korea to adhere to commitments not to supply weapons to Russia. Here's the crux of it. The burgeoning partnership between North Korea, Russia, and now China poses significant risks. First, substantial aid from North Korea and China to Russia could prolong the war in Ukraine, escalating the damage and cost of the conflict. Second, China and North Korea might not just be sending equipment and weapon supplies to Ukraine, but could also send military personnel. Third, due to the warm partnership of these countries and their shared ambition to extend their territories, they might decide to initiate wars simultaneously. If that happens, military aid could be divided, as NATO members and the United States would struggle to respond to two wars at the